Good morning, everybody. How are you doing all today? I hope you all are well. Let me just, there we go. How's everyone today on this, honestly, terrific Thursday? I got D&D later today and all sorts of other stuff I need to do, but I'm just excited to get into a bit of our Rogue Legends stuff and whatnot. Chill, stuff like that. So, in terms of this, there's not really anything I probably am going to trade. Maybe this, but that's to Frozen Bloods, which honestly does help. So we're going against Vortex here. So we left off last time. We're on stage 4 of 5, and we have Vortex to face. And we did suffer a bit on the last one. Our party is something else, to say the least. But, oh god. Of all the maps it could be. Oh, this is going to be an interesting start to the day. Okay, so it's going to start over here. We're going to take this the smart way. I want to put this down because I should be able to... Yes. Then I can go like this. It allows for free stuff if I want. Then I want to add this centered path, which I'm going to move up just a little bit so it's better angled. This mortar, I want to set target here. Free, rapid, heavy, artillery battery. Merge, and this should be good, is my hope. I am a bit nervous, but we'll do what we can. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is automatically on. So yeah, that will automatically play the jukebox because I forgot to disable it. Okay. I am worried about this though because we are not going to be able to deal a lot. And it's like, I want to be able to deal. Okay, so I'm going to do this real quick. That should deal a good chunk. Well, I am a bit worried about the Raptor. I'm not super worried. I just need to play it safe and careful here. Sorry. And then I can put that there. The crits and whatnot should help a lot, honestly. Yeah, we need to deal more damage, but we need to get more Raptor going. Which is easier said than done. We need money for that. But it's a good place to start off with this. Also, if you give me a sec, this is going to go silent for a second. As I, whump and whump. There we go. It shouldn't be too loud, hopefully. If it is a bit too loud, just tell me. I'm also going to turn this down just a tiny bit. The main thing I am going to hope we can do is actually beat this. I'm getting the Barracuda. I just had a thought. Oh, shit. It won't be able to see. Damn it. That was a waste. Okay, so support legendary because, yeah. It doesn't... Okay, so it doesn't stop that. That's good to know. I'm gonna put this like this so that the Barracuda can see. A shark might not be a bad idea if it weren't for the fact that this Velociraptor does so much for us. Like, that's my biggest worry here. Also, thank God for this guy, because the mortar definitely helps here. Because I do worry a bit. The Barracuda will help a tiny bit, but not a lot. Ninja. It would be expensive to get Flash Bomb. We can't do much with the tack shooter. Because with the tack shooter, it's just not able to get the Storm. Which is what I would want to get for it for this. Because it would do great against this boss. Okay, so free reroll. No. You know, this is actually worth it to me. Because then I can set the tech bot to the mortar. And I should be able to at least do quite a bit with that. It does speed up balloons, though, and that's the other worry. Because the sped up balloons are going to cause more harm than good for me. Okay, Velociraptor. And then we'll work on getting this one so it's a maxed out, and then we'll add a second one. Because that's just going to be worth getting. And like with the range on this in general, we don't need to worry too much about where we place some of these. Thank God. Okay. But I will say I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to get Bernie stuff and Shell Shock. I think that's going to help a lot here. I'll put the Atosaurus there till I can get the Velociraptor, but yeah, we're going to be here a bit doing this. But since this is kind of what we're doing, so with D&D coming up, I have some big plans for it, so I'm like really excited. I can't waste any more money, so this is really all I can do. DDTs, those worry the hell out of me. But can't do too much about them. Sadly. I mean, either way, though, I know today for D&D, we're just going to be like, it's going to be more of a downtime session, which is going to be nice. Because I get to roleplay more as the DM with, like, as some of the NPCs. I wouldn't be surprised if they take some time to, like, go to some of the places they've been meaning to and whatnot. But I also know them way too well and know that that might not happen because they're going to get distracted and be like, ooh, what's this? And then head there. It's happened more than once. Like, it happens a lot. I've gotten pretty used to it. Doesn't make it any less annoying, though, that's for sure. I do worry about that DDT. I'm going to go for the Quicken, because that's just going to be more useful. It's going to have that barrier up for a bit, so... I want to make sure these die, too. Like, we kick it back so far at this point, which is honestly great. Less to worry about. Merge. Because having the Beast Handlers spread around means they're less likely to all be paralyzed. which is good, especially for this. Like, Jesus. Shell shock so that it stuns normal balloons. I'm probably not going to get the big one. It's just very expensive. We can try and go for some raptors, but I don't think we'll need to. Oh, perfect. Quicken. Damn, we kicked that thing back so far. I mean, then again, the raptors can hit it. The raptors only are doing more damage as time goes on. First raptor is maxed out. That actually reminds me, I still have to check on my, check with the friend about my texture thing. I also need to finish stuff too, but that's besides. I got all sorts of crap to do. Because it's like, I know my birthday is on Saturday, and I'm probably going to be spending time on Sunday with my family. Because my family does this thing where whoever's birthday it is gets to choose the restaurant and go to dinner. And basically, yeah. And their dinner is, and like the birthday person's dinner is paid for, and it's just like, while I don't like that it gets paid for me, it's also like, I mean, free food basically. So I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna do a local pizza place. Then I don't have to worry too much. But in all honesty, I really do enjoy being able to do stuff like that. Because it's something that my family's done for years. Like, since I was young. My mom always chooses a place that she had from childhood. But I remember like, I used to go to a different place, but of course that place, because the place just not open, so it's like, well, crap. But even then, I've also wanted to try more places in general. So, like, that's another reason. It's honestly fun being able to try different places and different food from them. Like, I've definitely gotten to try a lot more experiences due to that. Jesus Christ, look how much the raptors are doing when they actually hit that. These raptors become scary. It's not even able to get into the circle anymore. Like, I knew the raptors could be terrifying, but Jesus. I mean, I'm glad that our beast handlers are doing so well. Because once we beat the beast handler run, I do want to try, like, a run for, like, each type as, like, the main damage dealer. I don't know how well an alchemist one would go, so I can't really say for sure with that. Mainly because they can't see camo naturally in any form. A Spike Factory one would actually be kind of fun, though. Like, there's support towers are honestly pretty underrated for how fun they can be to use. Oh, Vortex is getting ready to be intubated into the Raptor destruction program. As soon as it gets, like, yeah, we'll just start seeing crits repeatedly from the Raptors as it just gets shredded down to nothing. That is so satisfying. And it's crazy because we're using tier 3s. Like, this isn't even a tier 5 situation. This is just a tier 3. Boom! Ooh, Essence of Vortex. This is useful for, like, Quincy. Tier 5, though, this is expensive, but Ultra Boost the Beast Handlers could be fun. Does Ultra Boost work on Beast Handlers? I got a loud keyboard. Okay, so it seems to. Okay, that is good to know. It does. I'm gonna ultra boost this thing. Artifact extraction. Honestly, I don't use the bouncy projectiles. Like, eventually I do want to try and extract everything, but that's a future thing. So we should have phase. So, party. What do I not... I really don't use this guy. But I also don't use this a lot. I'm gonna go with this. So is this the only one? Okay. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still annoying, but better than nothing. Yep, phase. I love the look of Elite Phase. It just looks so damn cool. So I could enhance an artifact, but I think I want a mentor here. Can't do anything with them. But I might want to get a second one of these. Second Velociraptor. I think it's worth it to get 2 Velociraptors that we can place down. I think it's going to help us in the long run. So, let's see. Oh, God. So, least cash. Can only use 10,000. I'll do that. And that. And then I can put the raptor here. So that's 2,000 more. I don't expect to be able to beat this, but you never know. If I can get a second raptor, that would be good. So with that and that, that's 400. So that's 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. So about 8,000 has been used. Little over. Oh, never mind. Honestly, I don't expect to beat that stuff. Not all the time, at least. Oh, it's this map. This map is my least favorite for the Beast Handler because it's one of the worst maps for him, I've noticed. Like, it just has a lot more issues on this map, and I've always wondered why. Okay. I need that. The Raptor will at least do a lot of damage, though. Look at that. Just one Raptor alone does so much. Like, it's not okay, the amount. Also, I'm turning off auto start for the sake of being ready for rounds. Being able to quick switch dinos is so nice. Get the second one in. Merge. Now it attacks faster. Bigger radius. Like, this is gonna... The engineer is gonna help so much. My biggest worry about phase is we're gonna lose the ability to see camos here and there. So I'm gonna want to probably get a Palakai going as well. But that's also going to be expensive as hell. Because it's a Palakai. So, like, look at them. Just nom 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 nom. I will say, I find it kind of funny, that so my dog Athena is like chaos incarnate, but I've unintentionally trained her to be a makeshift therapy dog because anytime someone is like overstressed, etc., she will force like your hand on top of her head and like keep nosing you until you pet her. Like and I don't know why she started doing that, but it's like it's specifically when someone is like really stressed or emotional, like negatively, like if someone's sad in any way or just overall not feeling good. And it's just like, how did I unintentionally train my dog to be a therapy dog? Like, she's definitely nowhere near what you would consider a normal therapy dog. But it is funny that I unintentionally trained her to do that type of stuff. Because, honestly, it's nice. Like, all my dogs have their own ways of doing stuff. But Athena's is probably the weirdest to figure out. Just in general. Because it's like, one moment she wants chaos and whatnot, wants to play. The next moment she's like, okay, I'm done. I'm just gonna curl up here. But I love her. I love all my dogs. Even if they can be nuisances sometimes. They truly are their own magical thing. A magical, chaotic ball of just fluff. It's the best way I can describe them. Nice. 2 tokens. And... okay, enhance. Can I enhance the ninja thing? That's... yeah, this one. I want the 201. And I'm just going to replace the 101 because 201 is better in this case. Ooh, this is going to be a fun one. Oh boy. Okay, so we'll get you down. Get the raptor cooking. Get this next to it. And boom. Okay. I just need this guy to do their job the best they can. And then... yeah. There we go. Damn it. Okay, so I need to, like, really do this one. It's been a bit, so I'm not fully warmed up, but damn. Okay, so Quincy, I want Raptor and Raptor. Because if I merge the Raptor like this, it should make it deal more damage and attack faster, which is what I need. And then I can add this guy here. Yeah, look at it. Oh, no. You know, I didn't think about that. So no matter what, we need the village. Okay, so that changes my plan entirely. I got an idea. Quincy goes here. Village goes here. Beast Handler, I'm actually gonna put here. And you might think I'm crazy for that. I am a bit crazy, but depends what you call crazy. So I need it to go for strong, preferably. Because I want it to take out the BFBs. Okay. And then I can go here. I want to make sure that I'm dealing enough damage. Okay. Strong. Burst. There we go. Sometimes giving more position ability is better. Okay. And then I have this guy as a backup. And I need this to just stay on strong temporarily. First. Oh my god. Thank God that I could actually do that. We just need to play this carefully. Because the fortifieds are our biggest issue right now. Which is crazy to think about. Okay. Definitely gonna need something to help with overpowering. Doot 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 doot. Yeah, look at that. That's helping a lot. Just slowly chugging through these guys. You know, it's crazy how much I can do with a raptor. Like, a single raptor can do so much. Okay, I just need to get this secondary one. Come on. Do that. Then that. Merge. Okay. Do 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 do. Oh, there we go. I want it to have at least some vision behind it. Bigger radius. I want to get jungle drums on it as well for the extra attack speed. And I'd rather wait for another just... Because I'm going to have to get the money anyway, but I also rather wait to just get a third tier. I think it's just going to help more. Plus, then we can get jungle drums first. Which is going to help a lot. Military quickening. Hell yeah. I am taking that. The extra attack speed helps a lot. Yep, there's the issue ones. I always worry about these. Doopa 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 doo doo. Doo 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 doo. And then I can just... And... Raptor will take this guy out. It's honestly crazy how much the Raptor does at this point. Like, this is just a tier 3. Once we start ultra boosting this guy, we're golden. A farm is not seeming like a bad idea either now. Because, like, farms are just good to have. So it might be a worthwhile grab. And since they can get the primary training buffs and whatnot, that does help. So at least there is that. Go crazy, Raptor. I love the fact of the Raptor just going absolutely batshit insane with this. Because when the Raptor can hit, once it's like maxed out like this, and it starts getting its buffs, it's becoming like actually difficult to kill. Well, at least get past it. Like, our biggest weakness is DDTs. Like, every single time, DDTs. Always the biggest issue. And that's mainly a DDT thing. Because DDTs just suck. Let's get one here. Then I will merge this into here. And then primary inspiration, Velociraptor, merge. That is 2 Raptors. So anything that actually, yeah, look at them. Like, this is a great example of just like tier 3s destroying the competition. Holy crap. Victory! Okay. Let's see what we got. Nope. All of these are pretty bad. I guess I'll take this. I'm definitely gonna want to trade it out. Wait a minute. Is it this one? Yes. I can just get rid of it. I love that you can do that. I forget that almost every time. It's like such an easy thing to forget. And boom. I want to make sure everything has this. And then we will let the Raptor go crazy. Yeah, look at him. Okay. Because this guy should help quite a bit. Is my hope. And I will need to move this guy down here. Just need to be very careful. What is with this ZOMG? Okay. Okay, I definitely need to better organize this. So there didn't seem to be any camos. I can't remember which levels have camos and which don't. Like, that's my biggest issue. Okay, I'm gonna put this guy here. Does not matter much where I put the beast handler. Like, just because. Then I'm gonna put this one here. And then I will save up. I will also get this here. That should help a lot. just being able to have caltrops and whatnot. Okay. Okay. There we go. I know what to do. Shit. I should have placed that down sooner, one, and two, I didn't realize that that was a pain in the ass to deal with. Okay. Because it's like, I started using this more because it's like, I couldn't care less, in all honesty. I think what I'm gonna do here, though, is it's worth selling that, in this case, for this. That's how I'm looking at it. There we go. And this should help quite a bit. Okay. Holy shit. My nerves were like freaking out there. Bigger radius. I am making sure that I get as much as I can into this. Because this thing needs to go out quick and, well, quick. Because it's going to be a pain in the butt to get rid of otherwise. Put him up here again. Okay, a bunch of Moab. That's not too bad. Thankfully. Definitely getting quickening. Yeah, I'm making sure that I take these out ASAP. Doot, 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 doot. There we go. Because it's like, I could turn off the jukebox, but honestly, I couldn't. I like, the music is just random. There, I'm just gonna have it on shuffle. It'll shuffle through all the stuff I have unlocked. We'll see what happens. Okay. Okay. I need to make sure this guy goes down. Because that's definitely important. Okay. Then I can do this. Put him here. Boom. Maxed out Raptor. Perfect. That should do a lot. And I'll also get a Raptor over here, just for the sake of having a second one. Like, I'm not too worried about having a second one, but it's worth it for the extra damage that it gives. Like, that's how I look at it. I'm also gonna do this for the extra speed and pierce and whatnot, because that's also important. Gotta keep making sure I can actually beat this. More speed, because why not? I know today I might not stream as long as normal, just because like I have stuff I need to get ready before D&D and whatnot. But even then, D&D is later today. But other than that, yeah, it just depends on like several factors. But even then, I do hope to be able to do the full stream today. Like, I'll try my best, but it just depends. Okay. Trying to think what else. Like, my brain has been pretty fried recently. And I know that, right now I'm, like, nervous about getting sick because I'm one of the only people who hasn't gotten sick in, like, the group of people that, are my friends yet with whatever's been going around. I'm the only one. And it's like, it's inevitable that it's gonna happen to me. The question is when. Like, it always seems to go around the entire group. Like, they've been better for, like, several weeks, like, for at least a week each. But even then, it's still, like, I definitely have a reputation of not being good at not getting sick. That is for sure. I seem to attract this, basically. So it's like, definite worry. Is it you? Oh, it's that. I didn't even notice him on the raptor for a moment. Anyways, that's another one beat. Got some good old tokens. Ooh, this is gonna be an annoying one. I can already tell. I can already tell this is gonna be like such an annoying one to deal with. Boom. Yeah, about there. Okay, so I'm gonna want this guy like here. And boom. Yeah, we're definitely gonna start seeing some of the chaos of this one. I'm not sure this 36 health is gonna help. In all honesty. But I'm gonna try. That's for sure. I'm gonna put this guy like here. Yeah, I can already tell from this one. This is gonna be one that might be worth skipping. That's an issue because we have 2 health. Hmm. I'm gonna do this. It may seem weird now, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the end for the sake of taking out DDT. Yeah, no, I definitely will not be able to do that. Shit. Um, I don't really got much of a choice. No. Like, sometimes you just get maps that just you can't really do right with the thing, and that's one of them. Especially early on, like, part of my strategy relies on actually having space. Like, for this as an example, like, having the extra space does a lot. And it also means I can basically hit everything. And then just speed up. And hit the arrows down. Set it back first. There we go. It's honestly kind of fun being able to, like, figure this stuff out to an extent. But it does get difficult. Okay, yeah, I definitely do not have enough damage output for that DDT. That's my biggest issue, is the DDTs early on. Like, I do not have enough, like, power. So I'm gonna need to do this. And I'm gonna start here so I can deal damage to them as they come in. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I need to focus on these DDTs bad. Damn it. I can't deal enough damage. And I can't get rid of the frickin'... Like, I can't get rid of the frickin' village. Because that's what's keeping my camo detection. That wouldn't provide enough unless... This is a risk and a half. Like, this is a risk. Okay, once the DDT comes out... Okay, and then I can do that. Then I can attack this one. I need to attack that one. Come on. I'll move as needed. Oh! Quincy, come back. Okay. There we go. Sometimes you just need to do a completely different thing. There's some that just you can't really do much with, though. Because I know I can, like, deal with DDTs, just I need a stronger raptor. And that's my biggest downfall. Is not having enough strength. Bigger radius. I'm gonna hope we can get jungle drums for the extra damage. That would help a lot, but there's no guarantees. Because, like, if I wanted to move this guy, I have so much of the map I can do. I can hit the entire map, basically. Oh. Okay, I want this guy here. And I'm gonna get double shot, hopefully. That's the plan, at least. Dang, this guy has some crazy-ass range. Because double shot should do a lot. I can't really buff him any more than I already have. And that's another issue, but... Can't do much about that. Because I definitely need that assistance on this. Eesh. I need to play this smart. and very careful. And Quincy is not exactly the highest level either. Pierce seems better, because that's for all my powers too. So at least that counts. Oh, look at the money shoot up. And this is why I love it. You make a lot from the Alchemist. It's honestly insane the amount you can make. Okay. Because all of those leads became money. You know, it's actually really fucking sassing. I do miss when they could do that to DDTs, but I get why. Because it's broken. So, like, it makes sense, but doesn't mean I have to like it. Okay. And we lost. Fuck. We made it really far, though, in that run. The Dread Balloon artifact is definitely worth it. Chimps just doesn't feel like it's worth it here. Like, especially with, like, what we're doing. Is this the only one? It seems so. Okay. Shortest route is usually the best unless it's early on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could get 2 campsites that way, 3 if I'm lucky, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could risk 9. Especially for Dread Balloon. I could risk 9. Like, in all honesty. I am getting that because that's a worthy upgrade. Like, I think I'll risk the 9, especially with the boss things. I think it's worth it. Because there's not much I'm going to, like, lose from it in general, so. And I can put this guy here. Actually, no. I keep forgetting I do not have a lot of range with this guy anymore. Big Sag. I mean, we made it far. Hey, 22. Hope you're doing well today. We failed our... We just failed our last run, so we started our next one. And we're trying to take Beast Handlers to the end. I mean, I definitely need, like... So some of the things we need to go for quicker is, like, ammo detection. Doing good. Nice, nice. I honestly really enjoy playing this game. It's why I like playing it so much. Like, it's just such a fun game for me. And with all the, like, things that have changed in this game, I've really come to enjoy it a lot. Legends is definitely fun. Favorite trades makes more than Trade Empire. Very much true. Favored trades is insane. Because of just how much it can get. But if you have a Knave Arc of the Seeds with the Trade Empire, because you need that to get the 20 times, you can get more than 20 times. In fact, you can get, like, a lot more. I think it's like 30 at that point, but I believe it also can stack with the favored trades as well, which then would make it 50. But I might be wrong. It's honestly really powerful. And then you mix that with frickin' market, central market, and you get a stronger and stronger and stronger set of things. It's honestly busted. It's busted beyond belief. And I love it. Like, there's a lot of stuff that is busted if you do it right. Like, for example, the Mermonkey. Like, I remember figuring out about the top path's ability to allow water towers to be placed on land. But not only that, it also means they get more Pierce. Cat's meow. Maximum is set to 9. Any Balloon League counts as 1 life, regardless of RBE. Regenerate 9 lives at end of... Oh my god. It's a bomb blitz thing. Yo, that's cool. I've never seen that. Not that I remember, at least. Holy crap, that's actually really cool. Also, the music is completely randomized right now, in case you're wondering. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. I just want to see this. I always love this type of stuff. Oh, this is so cool. There is so much, like, childish joy going on right now. You have a new favorite Paragon? Ninja Paragon, because of one reason. Is it because it gives global camo detection to everything, including other Paragons? Honestly, I think the fact that Paragons can buff other Paragons now is insane. Like, I think that's such a cool addition. Balloon spawn with... Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's definitely another reason. The reason my favorite is the Crucible of Steel and Fire and Flame is because of just how sick it is. Oh my gosh, I love that one. Ads are probably going off by now. Dang. I'm gonna go for primary position. Precision. I love the BTD6 music. Like, I'll put it in the background so often for myself while doing stuff because it's like, it's just good ass music. Like, BTD6 is one of those that just, it freaking slaps when it messes with music. Like, it has no reason to slap as hard as it does, but it does. And that's why I like it so much. The fact that I'll be able to trigger the bomb blitz ability is going to be insane. I will say, we have the ability to target the strongest. Why not the weakest balloon? I feel like that would be a really interesting targeting choice that would allow for a lot of possibilities. Let's see what we get here. Primary monkeys. So that's all. I guess I'll do the engineer just because I need something. I'm gonna take out the extra 3 that we're gonna have to deal with just for the sake of, like, cool, we get an upgrade, but also because it's gonna help. Adasaur, turn it into a raptor, horned owl. Yeah, I definitely have an issue. What is it attacking? It's all camo. Is it attacking the camos? I'm so confused. What? Sorry, that really caught me off guard. Definitely want a pin. And there we go. Like, I will say the 9 lives is a lot, like, really risky, but it definitely gives a lot of reward with stuff like Bomb Blitz. Because that means we could leak an entire Moab and not have a single issue, or we could do this and completely die. Yeah. Crucible Steel and Flame is the tack shooter Paragon. I can show that off, actually. I believe it's... Yeah, this one. Crucible of Steel and Flame. Like, this thing is so fun to use. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show it off. Because... So this is one of my favorite... this is my favorite Paragon in a nutshell. Because it is one of the only Paragons that... It is the only Paragon that can't see camo. Yeah, like, there is that. But it's also, like, really sick looking. So, if I just do this... Actually, I'm gonna put it right here. So, this thing is really crazy as a tower. Because if I go here, I'll put in as much as I can. 56. But when you use, like, its abilities, it does a lot. So that's what it looks like. We're gonna keep it at tier 1 just so we can actually show it off. At tier 1. Nope, I want to do it with this one. So, a base tier 1. So, as you can see, it does not see DDTs, even when I do this. But, let's say I... Notice how it doesn't see? But, if I were to say, get the Ninja Paragon... and then send out that same thing, you'll notice that, yeah, this thing can see it. Of course, the Ninja Paragon takes stuff away, but when you mix its abilities, so let's just send out 99 BADs. And then do this. And that's when its ability ran out too. This thing is only able to throw cards at some of the bigger stuff, but watch, just look at this thing's ticks. This is a tier 1. And it also gets that nuke ability every once in a while. So, like, it does a lot. And it has insane pierce. And actually, I can get rid of the stuff. As you can see, stuff is getting by now because the ninja also provides pierce. Not a lot of people know that. But as soon as this comes off cooldown, it also, I don't know if you could see that. So let me send out the BADs again here. And notice the fireballs that come out. So it actually sends out fireballs around that. Dear Lord. Exactly. It's really cool. And it's the only Paragon that can't see camos naturally. But it's honestly really sick. Like, I find it really cool. Just personally. Like, I just find it so interesting as a tower. I think it's one of the more interesting towers we've seen. So it's definitely up there for me. And it makes me really curious on what else we might see in the future. I'm being careful of camos. Okay, come on, Quincy. Purples won't get past your bow too much, hopefully. Shit, I forgot that doesn't matter. It needs to be a tier 2. And we lose. I mean, either way, that's a loss, but it gives me a chance to restart. So, got too excited there to get a raptor. So, I'm going to put Quincy here, and then I want to put the... Oh, thanks for the follow, Flippy Kid here. I hope you enjoy your stay here and have a wonderful time. I'm gonna put this here, pin, and then this is cheaper, so I can do this. And actually, it might be better to put this guy here. And then, boom. Druid Paragon needs to call... Oh yeah, 100%. Thanks, Flippy. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, I definitely think that if they don't call the Druid Paragon Nature's Wrath, it's the biggest, like, missed opportunity of the entire, like, series. Because it fits way too well with the upgrades. You have Avatar of Wrath, but also Storms and the Forest. Like, it just fits because natural disasters, nature itself, as well as the wrath of Mother Nature. Like, the other one I could totally see them doing is, like, related to, like, Mother Nature instead of Nature's Wrath. And I could see it, but I feel like Nature's Wrath is the one that just fits the best. I definitely am excited for a Druid Paragon, though, because it does mean that now that we can have Paragons with no camo detection, like Bomb Shooter isn't off the list or anything, and like stuff like that. So we'll actually start seeing more of that stuff, hopefully. Keyword is hope, but like, I want to see more of that stuff. Because Druid, while it can't see camo, I don't know if it's still the case with Spirit of the Forest, but it used to be able to hit camo, at least. It's definitely something I'll try. I could very easily do a sandbox test after this. But I remember it being able to hit camo at one point, and it might not be able to now, but just the amount of stalling capabilities of a Druid Paragon is insane. Oh yeah, like it would definitely be one of those Paragons that, like, it's a money producing Paragon and it's gonna cost a lot. I feel like the Paragon that's probably gonna be the most expensive is gonna be like the farm Paragon, in all honesty. I mean, the Super Monkey is definitely gonna be there if we get a Super Monkey Paragon, but we technically already have that with the Vengeful Temple. But if we do get a Super Monkey Paragon, I hope to God, not only do we get an Adora boost from it that actually boosts her stats differently than... Because, fun fact about Adora, when it becomes True Sun God and Vengeful Sun God, it does not change her damage output. It just acts as if she went into her True Sun God form for both, just different colored. So it's something that I really do want to see, because if they did a Paragon for it, I would love to see a Vengeful Paragon. Also, I forgot to grab that apparently. Let's test this out because not this map. I'm just gonna do this map because this is like the best map to test stuff on. Like, I love being able to mess with this stuff, honestly. So I always forget these are little lights now. So if I remember correctly, it used to be able to, yeah, it still does. It can hit ammo like this. While it doesn't do a lot, it shreds through normal balloons. The infinite staller type Paragon would definitely be the Ice Monkey, I feel like. And it would be like the perfect like support Paragon, because it would... The only reason I will say Glue Gunner wouldn't be infinite stall is because of the balloon solver addition to it, because that solves a lot of the issues. But but the balloon solver does a lot of damage per second, so I feel like it wouldn't be too much different. But I could be wrong, and I am okay with being wrong on that, because that would still be sick as hell. The only reason I think the Druid is gonna be one of the best, because it already is one of the best. Oh yeah, like, its biggest I feel like the Paragon that's gonna be the biggest downgrade from like a 5.55 of it is gonna be the Sniper, because it needs to be balanced. And a 5.55 Sniper is disgusting in terms of its like overall power. If you've never seen it, I is the best way to put it. Because a 5.55 Sniper not only shoots as fast as the Elite Defender, but has bouncing bullets that can cripple any Moab it hits. So it basically goes cripple, 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 cripple between all of the Moabs within a line. It's crazy. And then it's shooting at a speed that's ungodly, and it shreds things. It makes BADs look weak. Oh yeah, Sniper Paragon would definitely have to be like expensive either way, because not only that, but since we know Paragons can not only have abilities, but can come without camo detection and whatnot, we know very well that it's gonna be able to produce money. Like, the Paragons that we know are definitely gonna be able to produce money are the Sniper, the Boat, what a surprise, the Helicopter, the Farm, the Druid, the Alchemist, and like maybe the like, because the Engineer Paragon can't, despite Balloon Trap being Balloon Trap, but it also makes a little more sense. I feel like for the Alchemist, it's a 50-50. But for the Druid, the money is a big part of literally one of its upgrade paths. And the Farm is literally money incarnate. I will say the Village Paragon, I feel like, is going to be the most scary for, like, support, though. And just overall power. I feel like it's gonna do a lot. Because just imagine the amount of, like... Yeah. I feel like for a Mermonkey Paragon, it would definitely be, like... So, the thing about Mermonkey is its main, like, gimmick and whatnot falls down to the fact that it literally gets differing strengths on, like, its actual attack and or support abilities. The top path is a middle ground. So I feel like it would have loads of tentacles, obviously, but it would probably like lure balloons around it while not only slowing them with ink, but also like powering them up. Like, I could totally see that becoming a thing that we see, but there's no guarantee to that one. So I can't say for 100%, because the Mermonkey is the only other thing other than the Ice Monkey and the Top Path Engineer that can actually freeze balloons solid. But it's also partial water based, so I could totally see it having like a whirlpool type effect if it's like in water that gives it more range or something, similar to how it actually works. Like, I could totally see something like that, while also making it so other monkeys can be placed on water around it. Like, there's just a lot of possibilities that definitely add to the whole I really don't know section of it. The most I can say is it'll be something. That's the most I can say. I mean, we already have two that are only in water, but the whole thing with the Mermonkey is its ability to be placed in both land and sea. So I feel like that kind of takes away some of its value overall, and just in general. But even then, it just depends. Because it also would be good at, like, buffing towers. And, oh my god, I just thought about it. Its tridents would be insane. Because not only would they be able to slow, but they would be creating giant waves that, like, target balloons following them. But since it would have the tentacles around it and probably the alluring effect, it would basically be able to hit things repeatedly. Oh god. Like, to such an extent that it might actually become a lot scarier of a freaking tower. I mean, I like towers like that, though, that, like, really just push the boundaries of what you expect.
Wake up.
I can't do shit. I just didn't have the money. Big rip. Like, I need natural camo detection from, like, a ninja. I'm not doing the phase boss. I know I can't beat it. Like, I already know that for a fact.
Ready.
So I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna do bigger bombs. Close. Pin. And then I will set this guy here. And he'll do his job as he does it. Because this should do pretty well. Hopefully. Big keyword is hopefully.
More.
I definitely should probably do, if I get the ability to, 2 to the top would do a lot here. But no guarantee. Okay. Engineer's trying its best. It's like, I really would like to get rid of these camos.
Wake up.
There we go. Oh, come on, you missed one. Really, bird? When the bird just decides, nah, I'm gonna miss this specific one. Like, bro. It was one. Of all of the ones, it just decided, nope, this one right here, I don't want it. Screw it. Like, bro.
More.
There we go. That should hopefully help. Corvus is definitely difficult to play with, and it's one of those heroes that you gotta get used to, because that's, yeah. I feel like with Corvus's own, like, abilities, a lot of it is that curve of getting used to it, because there's only 3 heroes, to my knowledge, that can actually solo chimps by themselves, and that's Geraldo, Corvus, and Sada. They're the only ones that could actually solo chimps by themselves if done right. Which is insane, but it's also like it makes a lot of sense when you look at it from like hindsight. And part of that is Corvus may be difficult to play as, but when you start to understand it and get good at the micromanaging parts of it, he's actually insane. Like, he becomes a scary level tower for, like, a hero in general. Because he can very easily outpace other heroes just from, like, some of his smaller abilities. So, like, imagine what he would be able to do with that if you didn't have to do any, like, the checks and balances of it. Just got one beef with him. Fair. Because if the soul thing is one thing, but yeah. Because the soul is always an annoying aspect to it, in my opinion. Needs to be an easier way to accuse a spell menu. I'm guessing you mean access, but yes. I will say, I definitely wish there was an easier way to do so. Like, if they had... Because I think it would be cool if, like, oh, you press this button and it auto, like, brings up, like, the hero menu or something. I think that would be a very useful thing. Will they actually add it? Probably not. Like, realistically so, I doubt it. But it's nice to hope. Because you never know. Ninja Kiwi does like to surprise us with stuff. Like, I mean, I never expected the roguelike aspects and whatnot, but here we are now. I will say, after, like, watching a bit more of, like, the roguelike stuff and kind of, like, experiencing more of it, I don't have a lot of gripes with it, but there are certain aspects that definitely could be improved. Because while they definitely implemented it well for a first time, like, roguelike, if they're going for, like, full more roguelike aspects, adding more variability as well as, like, more path options, because I've noticed I see a lot of the same maps. Like, any form of, like, semi-auto-generated would be cool, even if they, like, it would definitely be something to learn. Like, they definitely did good, but I feel like that's one of the big things, is it's a lot of the sames. And not only that, but adding more, like, artifacts in general definitely helps. But even more variety of stuff would be nice for possibility with a roguelike. Because some of the biggest things for, like, a roguelike is not only accessibility to the item, like, how is it accessed, whatnot, but also, like, is the item good or bad? There needs to be a balance. But also, the map. In a lot of cases with roguelikes, I've seen a lot of them fall short, especially when they are semi-exploring type like this. Saw the map of Enchanted Glade, had 2 things pop your head. 1, possibly be a hint to a new hero, or 2, why is it giving Kitsune vibes? Fair. I will say, I mean, there's heroes that are specific to, like, their offshoot games, like the Miner is one of them. Like, there is an actual miner as a hero in battles, but in Cardstorm, literally there is a magician as a hero. Like, I feel like there's definitely a lot more they can do with heroes depending on the thing as well. So I am excited to see what they do with that. Because I feel like they could definitely implement something for it. Because, like, I like the ideas that the heroes start with different things. But maybe if there was, like... Because each costume gives a different thing. That's cool. But one of the things that could be cool is, like, as a legendary, a possibility of, like, getting a secondary hero. And basically, it shares the XP just like as if it were co-op. I think that would be an interesting thing to see. Especially with the amount of stuff that negatively affects a hero. I think it would be a little more balanced. I'm not 100% sure on that, but for example, like when I mentioned the map, like I've seen this map several times. The balloons just sometimes are in different places, but they're usually in these places that are just very like samey. Like adding like a more rocky path and stuff, like even different variations of this, of like not just through a forest, but like maybe through like a mesa and stuff, would make a huge difference, like just in general. And I feel like adding those tiny little bits would make it so much better. Oh, that looks super weird. Even though I know what it's there for. I need this here. I'm actually gonna put this here. And then I need this. And then I can merge. Go, baby. The Atosaurus will do its best. This little Atosaurus is going to be trying so damn hard, but it's not going to do a lot. Look at him go. Doing damage over time. He's trying his hardest. I mean, he is doing a good chunk. So I will say that. I definitely want to get him to a wrap. I mean, I would love to see, like, I think there is a Kitsune hero in the Chinese version of BTD, if I remember correctly. Like, there's a lot depending on, like, where you are in the world. Like, 'cause China has a lot of weird stuff in terms of, like, versions of games. Like, that's a for sure. I mean, I've seen some weird-ass shit, but I think Chinese games, I've seen so many weird ones, like, overall, that at this point I'm just like, oh, we're doing this again, type feeling. Okay. Come on, I want Raptor so bad. I like Velociraptors. I mean, I have a, like, Raptor Sona, but I definitely have thought about, like, because I definitely need to, like, fix a few things with it. Because it already started out as, like, a test Sona. So it definitely is one of those things I want to do more with in the future. We'll see what happens, though. Holy crap. The Raptor does a lot of damage. And as we get more upgrades and whatnot, that'll definitely help. Because I mean, with the Dread Balloon, we're just going to get legendary stuff. But that's only so good. What's Sai's whole gimmick? Sai's whole gimmick is he's a hero that's basically like a sniper. He insta-kills balloons he hits. But he can only hit balloons up to ZOMGs. And if he has camo detection, he can also insta-kill DDTs. He just can't kill BADs. He basically is able to destroy anything under a BAD like that. And he basically freezes them. It also extends the round a bit too, which is kind of annoying, but can't do too much about that. There we go. And now as this comes through the corner, I'm just hoping to at least get like something from this, because we're moving this guy around a lot. Sai is a alright hero in my opinion, though. Like, I think Sai definitely has flaws that it kind of just are part of the whole gimmick, which I don't mind. But his strengths definitely lie more in just like cleaning up after a BAD, because he can hit so many at once. He definitely gets overwhelmed. But it's the only, like, if it was only him, it's possible he could beat it if he had camo detection. Otherwise, he can't really beat it because I don't think he has camo detection anymore. I don't even remember if he had it in the first place. It's been so damn long. Like, it's just one of those things. But Sai is still nonetheless an interesting overall, like, just interesting overall hero. I think he's cool, personally. But that's more of a, like, personally, I like him, but not everyone does. And I get why. Definitely going for more Pierce and stuff. Heavy bombs. This Raptor is trying its damnedest, and I gotta give it credit where credit's due. It's doing what it can. Vengeful. Druid of Wrath. So that's just gonna start attacking faster and faster until it maxes out in attack speed, which should help at least. Azili and Rosalia. So Rosalia is definitely like, it's a weirder hero to use. She's good to an extent, is what I have found. But her biggest flaws are more of the switching, which after a point doesn't become necessary because you can have her flying after the balloons constantly. But she also, like, lowers the cost of, like, tech terror and stuff, and, like, anti-balloon, if I remember correctly. And for Azili, Azili's whole gimmick is being, like, a voodoo master and, like, taking health. One thing a lot of people forget is, because of how much health she takes, if you're not in chimps and whatnot, you can constantly use her totem if you have a central market with the life-giving stuff, or just like a druid of the jungle going into like Spirit of the Forest. Like, that actually helps a lot. But that leads into the actual use of it being, it activates Bomb Blitz. So Azili can activate those abilities without leaking lives. Like, that is one of the best uses for her abilities I have found. She's also really good at just shredding down a BAD, like single BADs with her other ability. But that's like her main thing. Adora is the best overall for late game and whatnot, usually. There we go.
4,
Stomp. I will say, like, some of the heroes definitely need their own buffs, but Azili definitely doesn't. Holy crap, is Azili her own thing of like, oh dear god, I don't want to deal with her. That's just one of those things. Because it's the same with like Sai. And like all of them in general. Just very limited, in my personal opinion, for like what you can actually do. But a lot of possibility. I don't even know if that made much sense at all. In all honesty, I have no idea if that made any sense. My brain is like half fried right now. So like it sounded good in my head, but I don't know how that sounded out loud. It could have sounded super insightful. But it also could have sounded like complete craziness. I mean, this is what you get when you get a mixture of tired but also excited. And boom. Well, I mean, we definitely did a lot more damage than I thought we would. So I will say that. Bro was like, stop fighting me, and just left. I mean, we still got bronze. So we still get something. Maybe we'll get the ninja. Who's to say? If only. Monkey Ace with pinning could be useful here. Seeing the fact that I can get camo detection with that, I'll take it. Anything to get camo detection, honestly. Oh, baby. Time for the beast handler to become even crazier. You occasionally see events what looks like a special type of Moab class. You mean the boss events? Boss events happen like once a week, if I remember correctly. Like, they happen quite often. Usually. There are times where there's breaks in it, though. I know that. Never miss. And... Rawr! Merge in. There we go. I will say they made the Nevamis so much better because now it follows more like the Seeking Shuriken and whatnot. So it actually feels like it never misses. I mean, I will say I've done each of the bosses and like their events. I personally think Lich is the most annoying. You know, Lich has been forgotten about so much at this point that it's not even in this. I just noticed that. I haven't seen Lich at all in Legends. Like, Lich has just never appeared. They forgot about Lich again. So, Dread Balloon will turn immune to a type of tower. So a tower type. The Lich will bring back dead Moabs and steal health and your buffs. Phase is camo and basically speeds across the field. And because of that, basically just moving the spawn point of the balloons. Blast Populace basically will stun your balloons, block vision, and similar whenever its heat meter gets too high, which you can cool down with ice towers. It is specifically from Bloons Monkey City is its original game. Bloonarius, which spews out balloons whenever it hits its skull, and it just spawns balloons constantly. And then last but certainly not least, Vortex, which is the fastest of all of them and has the least health. But when it gets hit to its skull, it goes backwards, creates a shield, and makes all balloons, and including Moab class balloons, go faster and basically speed along the track. It also, anything within a certain radius of it as it gets blown back will be stunned for a period of time and be unable to use any form of ability, etc. But when its shield is up, it also cannot be hit at all. Everything will just bounce off. Literally. It's honestly a very annoying boss, but I don't mind it. I personally quite like it. I think the thing that sucks about going into spring or into autumn is, depending on the stuff, you'll see people start burning leaves, but it doesn't matter how far out into the rural area you are. It, as long as there is someone within a certain distance, you'll always smell it, and I hate it. The reason I mention it is because it smells like someone's either burning leaves or burning firewood. And I know it's not from my room because my window is open. So, that's a bonus at least. Because I usually keep my window, like, partially open when I stream, just because I like the breeze. Like, if it's not rainy and whatnot, it's just nice. Plus, having a little bit of fresh air is nice. But, yeah. One thing you always hate. Honestly, I remember when there was the whole myth of this getting clicked enough times and breaking the log. Like, it was such a big myth back when this game first released that you clicked this, like, 4,000 times or something and it would finally break. I mean, I can understand if a car's loud, like, because by removing a muffler and stuff, it can help your car, but there are also people who do it for no other reason other than just to be loud. And even then, it's rare that, like, car guys in general, or car girls, whatever, actually take off the muffler. Unless it's for, like, a bigger, like, more juicy car, I guess is one way you could put it. While I'm no expert on it, I definitely dislike it too. Because I am one of those people who has a lot smaller of a car. So whenever there's, like, a big truck behind me, like, it usually blinds me. And I hate it. But it gets really annoying when you live more rural and, like, you also can have tractors behind you. Or, like, in front of you. Tractors can just be such a nuisance. But I get why they are the, like, why they do what they do. It's just part of the thing. But God, if they can't be annoying when they hold up the entire road for, like, a good 40, 50 minutes. It's happened more than once to me. It happens all the time. Especially around different harvesting seasons, because you see, like, you can tell which farmer is on which crop on which field. So, like, for example, one of the farmers down the lane, you can tell that he's on soybean season. Nice guy, too, mind you. Because of the soybeans, but also because of how, his tractor is, like, overall situated, because he has different things depending. It's honestly cool, like, how much tech goes into that stuff, especially now. Like, there's a lot that goes into it now. I mean, being a farmer now is like so crazy. Like, I can only imagine. Like, that's about as much as I can say is I can only imagine the amount of work that goes into that daily at this point. Like, yeah, I've been raised rural and whatnot, and I know how to farm, but that stuff has changed a lot over the last years with new technology, etc. I mean, look at John Deere as an example. As soon as like those tractors became more popular, more used, you stopped seeing a lot of things you used to see. And it's the same thing with like if we decide to start getting like robots to help farmers, like yeah, it's going to affect a lot of the smaller farmers, but overall it's going to be another situation of the tractor. Like if we're going by best guess, it's honestly like really interesting. There's also like that's one of the things about fuck. Too many left it. They have to leave at like the exact same time too, otherwise I die. But one of the other things about it is historically speaking, farmers have always used physical labor from others as hell. I mean, look at cranberry farms as a great example. Holy crap, the amount of wolf spiders. Like, if you don't know how bad it gets, like, you could very easily probably, like, look it up. Like, I know there's, like, a good chunk of stuff on it, but wolf spiders like to live in those types of environments. And when they flood the cranberries to easily, like, pick them, because cranberries can handle that, they try to get to any surface they can to stay dry and not drown. Well, the people who have to be in there to help take care of that get bites all the time because of that. So it's not uncommon to see people get loads of wolf spider bites because of that. Like that's a very common thing with some things as well, because a lot of plants have thorns. If you've ever grown corn or lived near somewhere that grows a lot of corn, then you know what I'm talking about when I mentioned the pain of dealing with corn ants. Because they're more just a nuisance, but their bites hurt like hell. Like, they take care of some of the pests as well, but at a cost. Like, no matter what you do, you can't get rid of a corn ant. Like, they always seem to reappear somehow. Like, I have seen it time and time again. But I remember very well the amount of times I have been bitten by those fuckers. They are some of the most annoying and vicious little shits. Because, like, you don't even see them half the time before you get absolutely just bodied by it. And, like, actually, I could probably find a picture of a corn ant real quick. So I can show you. Corn ant. So, these are, like, they're very common ants. But, oh my god, do they suck. Like, just in general, they're such an annoying, like, insect. That is what they look like up close. They're very common for cornfield ants. I just call them corn ants for short. But depending on where you are, they're also called like lawn ant and whatnot. They're just so annoying. Oh my god. But yeah, like, they are one of the more annoying sets of ants that I have dealt with in my lifetime. But yeah. I know, like, the... There we go. I'm gonna put this here. Merge. I want to make sure this raptor's at least stronger. The bomb shooter is, like, doing so much work. Oh my god, I just had a thought. Imagine if we get that Moab one that, like, increases Moab damage with the bomb blitz stuff as well. Oh my god, this would be so deadly. Nothing would be able to get past us to an extent, I imagine, as long as we have a bomb shooter with camo detection. Because that would deal a lot of damage. Bomb shooter run when? I really do like bomb shooter, though. I think it's a fun tower. I know I won't be streaming my normal time today. I'm gonna try my best. Like, I've mentioned that already this stream, but I'm also like, it's kind of important. It sucks when I can't stream the full time usually. I'm gonna see how much I can squeeze out. Because I need to actually clean my house and whatnot. But also need to set stuff up and actually start food. Because, I mean, so how my group does it is whoever hosts makes dinner or like orders dinner or whatever. Well, I have this recipe I've been meaning to try. And if I have enough time, I should be able to make it. It just depends. It just takes a long time to make. And like, because like normally I end at 12. We start at 2, but people arrive usually at like 1:30. I need like 3 hours to finish that. So it's this. So have you ever heard of, I know some people call it crack chicken, but it's like chicken. Think of cracked chicken, if you know what that is, and then make it kind of like a casserole. So it's chicken, cream cheese, sour cream, bacon, cheese, and oh god. And I'm putting it in a casserole with potato and a few vegetables, of course. Homegrown vegetables too. And it's really good because what I usually do with the bacon is I caramelize it first because it adds a bit of sweetness, and then I don't need to worry about adding honey to do so, because honey is one thing you can use for it that can help, because it's supposed to have that like sweet yet savory effect. It's a recipe that my mom taught me a long time ago, but it's a really good recipe. And I have to unfreeze several chicken breasts because I know very well, even if I make one for each of us, it's gonna get eaten. But I know that if I make multiple, they'll all be eaten for the most part, and whatever's left I'll just have for myself. All of these are not the best. I'm gonna do the mortars. Just because I think that's gonna be worth it. Because the mortar does get camo stripping properties as well. Like, I really do enjoy it. All monkeys except Psy. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, every monkey except Psy, that little shit. You yourself like to make food sometimes just because you have leftovers for breakfast? Oh, 100%. I've been eating spaghetti for breakfast and stuff that I made this week for quite a while. Might as well try. But just in general, like I've just gotten so used to eating stuff like that that now it's like, oh yeah. Anyways, like you get used to it after an extent is kind of the best way to put it. So I've spent quite a good chunk. I just can't spend over 21,000. Okay, that's not too bad. Also, the raptor is getting stronger. This raptor is going to become so dangerous. This is a risky one, so instead I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna get Centered Path Nevimus. It should still be under the 20 thing. Like, one thing I do a lot as well is bake. Like, I bake a lot. It's just one of those things that, like, calms me and whatnot. There's just something about absolutely destroying cookie dough. Like, just to make some sugar cookies that's just really fun. Like, I'm pretty used to it. Like, every year around Christmas, for example, I always make sugar cookies with my family. It's tradition. But it's also like, I have spent so much time baking stuff in my life at this point. I can only imagine the amount of calories I have put into people's bodies. Because a lot of the times I use my D&D buddies as test subjects. So one of them, the person who plays Char, specifically normally does not like dark chocolate, but I managed to find a recipe for gluten-free brownies that she loves. My biggest critique on it, though, personally, would be the graininess. But, yeah. What's that? Okay, yeah, ads should be going off about now. The necessary evil. I'll definitely continue that as soon as the ads come back. People come back from ads, because that is always important to me. I want to try and, whenever I do remember to, I try to do so, because it matters. At least to me it does. I know it doesn't to everyone, but for me, it does. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I think it's gonna be better overall. Okay. The Raptor should do pretty good in general. I'm just gonna auto start for this because a lot of it is not gonna be buying stuff. I'm worried that I'll buy this next Velociraptor. I think. Okay, so let's check. So I want to check this because you can check it from home. So we started with 36 something that we can spend. Okay, so because it's weird because that's the amount you can spend, but it doesn't count for this. For now, I'm gonna get the Velociraptor upgrade just because I think it's worth it. Plus, then we'll survive longer. God, I have so much that I need to eventually do. Like, I added quite a lot off stream. Da 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 da. At least we can easily take this down while I talk and chill. Ads will be ending in a few seconds by now. I can I'm getting better at like rough guess, but no guarantees. Ah, yes. Honestly, I prefer this chill atmosphere. I'll never forget some of the streams I've jumped in on that are like, holy crap. That's a topic for another point. Ooh, okay, cool. That's down. At least we're shredding these Moabs like they're, well, cheese. That's a good way to put it. Like they're cheese. Um, People should be back from ads about now, hopefully. Um, but as I was saying before the ads kind of went off, um, I have managed to find a gluten-free recipe that uses dark chocolate that she likes. My biggest gripe with it though is gluten-free like flour and whatnot can easily make like something grainy, and it is very annoying how grainy it can make it. So that's definitely something I'd want to fix in like the future, is making it a little less grainy. But that also kind of comes with the flour I use, because I'm one of those people that when I make brownies, I specifically like I make it from scratch. Like I just do it from my brain. Like I know the amount, like it's weird because I know the amount whenever I look at it, but otherwise I can't really say it out loud. It's just like I know I use vanilla, I use cocoa powder, and it absolutely. I'm surprised how many people's minds it blows when I mention that I use a sifter. Like I actually sift it through, so it's like well sifted and mixed, because it actually helps. Of course, there's no guarantee it's gonna be like amazing, but like I like to make stuff from scratch usually because it tastes better. You like to do that too? Nice. For me, it's like I always try to make time to use a sifter when it comes to baking because I I find it makes the batter a lot smoother, especially for brownies. Um, with some things it's not worth doing. Like when making sourdough, for example, it's actually kind of fun to experiment with it. Of course, it comes at costs. Sourdough takes like a day's worth of commitment, basically. Like that stuff gets expansively painful to deal with because it's expensive in terms of time. But you also need to make sure you feed it daily. Like it's like a mini child in a way to take care of the starter for sourdough. But I will say, there's this recipe for sourdough that I've used for pizza dough instead. Oh my god, was it amazing! Sourdough pizza dough is delicious. It is one of my favorite things I have made. Like, just being able to make your own like pizza dough and stuff sometimes is so nice. You got to be careful with sourdough starters though, because they need to be within like the certain amount of temperature, certain amount of humidity. Um, they need to be like, they also need to be fed, but they also can easily mold if you forget about them too long because it's fermented. Some pizza right with fresh pizza dough is really nice. Oh yeah, like, oh shit, we only used 16,000? Damn, I didn't think we actually used that little. But I've made some really good ones. Oh, all our monkey crackers. I'm doing the Unspoken Heroes Legendary. That's awesome. But I've made some really interesting dishes just from like some of the sourdough and whatnot that I've had. And I highly recommend trying it if you've never done it. It's one of those things that once you've done it once, it's hard not to do it a few more times because you actually realize, holy crap, this is actually really nice. And you want to do it again and again and again. That's usually how it goes. At least for me, because I love doing all that type of stuff. My sister is a lot better at cooking than me, but I'm a lot better at baking than her. I used to be amazing at frosting things, but I've lost my touch over time. I need to get back into it again. I just haven't had time or the stuff to do it. I mean, like, I used to be able to make really nice roses and whatnot. I'll never forget the time that I made red velvet cupcakes with my one friend. And I just said, make sure you mix it well before putting it into the thing. I need to go to the bathroom. And she said she did. I found a fucking piece of butter in one of those cupcakes. She did not mix well enough. And since that day, I have never trusted her to mix that stuff completely. Like, I just don't. I mean, it's understandable, but it's the fact that she even said to me, I mixed it really, really well. Like, because you're supposed to do so much. One thing I do hate is when people are like, oh, red velvet cupcakes are just chocolate cupcakes with frickin' food dye. Biggest bullshit ever. There is so much more that goes into red velvet than just food dye and chocolate. Like, there is actual, like, different things applied that change the texture and taste. And it has always annoyed me. But it's like, I don't ever have the energy to fight it because it's like 9 times out of 10, people won't listen. It's so annoying for me. Because red velvet is my favorite type of cake. Red velvet cupcakes are your worst enemy. Oh yeah, red velvet is one of those things that once you start like making them yourself and actually doing like actual red velvet, you realize how much more difficult it is. Yeah, they need to be mixed very thoroughly, and then you have very specific things that get added to them as well that are needed, which stacks. Like, that stuff stacks over time. It's why you see some of that stuff just being so painful for people to make. I know from experience, it can suck. But I still really enjoy baking. Like, I've made all sorts of stuff for people. I'm that one friend that will appear, like, if I get the time, or, like, we're doing a birthday, I'll usually make, like, a homemade cake and whatnot. Because, like, I'll make homemade frosting and whatnot. It's rare. Like, I don't usually, like, buy frosting unless I am feeling lazy. But even then... Okay, another thing. You can tell how lazy someone is depending how they use that store-bought frosting. Because a lot of people don't seem to realize that you're supposed to whip it up to actually turn it into the full frosting form. Like with actual store-bought frosting like that. But people usually just take a knife and just spread it, and I'm just like, why? And then don't get me started on crumb coat. Because there is such thing as getting too much frosting and then not needing a crumb coat. But it is so inefficient And like it can put the cake in jeopardy in some cases. I've had experiences where it's like the cake just did not like the fact I didn't do a crumb coat. I don't know why, but it didn't. Gonna take that. When a balloon on fire pops. I mean, this is just all monkeys. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna do this. I don't want to waste any of the Geraldo tokens. Dread Balloon's gonna be dreadfully easy. Jokes aside, oh, of course it's this map. The one map I don't want for Dread Balloon. Just had to open my damn mouth about something being dreadfully easy. Way to go, Kayas. You did it to yourself. Like, I've done a lot of baking in my time, but I've always had that distaste for like, and it's the people who like do such dangerous things with it, and you're just like, oh my god, you are gonna get someone hurt. Like, I also have burned my hands enough that like I don't have feeling in certain parts of them. Like, that's a part of me that just kind of exists now. Because it's funny as hell when it's like I'm at my friend's house for D&D and like they have someone else over, and I just like will grab something out of the oven like without any mitts, and they'll give me this look of horror, like, holy shit, are you okay? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine. Because I don't really feel it. Like, I try to remember to do it so I don't hurt them worse. But it also means that, like, if something is, like, out of the oven, I can check it with my hand without burning without, like, feeling it. Like, I definitely could still burn the skin if it's hot enough, but it's rare that it's actually hot enough to do that. I don't think I've ever had it hot enough to truly, like, burn off skin like that in, like, with a just random baked item. The metal? Yeah. That's a whole separate thing. That stuff retains a lot of heat. But it is funny seeing people's reactions. That is one of the fun parts about pulling that trick out, just being like, oh yeah, I'm totally fine. Just puts my hand, like, on the frickin', like, fresh out fries from, like, a fryer or something. Like, you get used to it. I mean, it's definitely not something I do constantly, that's for sure. Whew. That would not be good for me. I mean, nonetheless, it is still fun. Magical Decision. I'm gonna go for a bomber race. I think that's gonna do pretty good. I like how Dread Balloon's relic literally makes Dread Balloon, like, piss easy because everything is everything. So Dread Balloon just becomes a high health balloon that summons other balloons temporarily, and it's just like, oh, sorry for the hiccup. I don't know why that just happened. I just guess I took in just a little too much air at a point or something. I don't know. Water is amazing. Holy crap. Oh, I love this one. Fata Morgana Legendary. I'm gonna extract this because I still need it. So, I don't know if you've seen the Fata Morgana artifact, but it is so fun. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if I go that way. Okay. And we are against Dread. mortal enemy. I like to think Blast Populace is Dread Balloon's mortal enemy, because Dread Balloon is a well, it counts as lead and ceramic, and Blast Populace is fire. It's a weird headcanon I've gave them. I'm just weird like that, I guess. And now we start with Raptors. I will say we're gonna get a lot of good stuff from. Oh, this map. I dislike this map. Because you can try all you want to put something in there. It's not gonna freaking last. It never do. Oh my good god. And I can't really put the raptor here. So I'll have to put it here. The amount of range this thing has is actually ridiculous. Echo Sense, Network, and that. So, as you can see, it's following around a lot. It gets really good Pierce with this, but if you get Riptide Champion, it creates such big waves. Oh, it gets so fun. Do 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 do. Go, my little raptor friend. I'm gonna do this. Pin, double gun. That should help a lot. Also, I completely forgot to turn off auto start again. That could have been really bad for me. Oh my gosh. I will say, I'm just praying to God my players don't do anything absolutely insane this session, and it actually gets to be a downtime session, because last time we tried to have a downtime session to this extent, where like there's nothing like big going on, two of them got arrested for going into a cat cafe and purposefully like fucking with the cats, making them pissed. Like, it was a whole incident that got them arrested and cost the party, like, gold to get the other two bailed out. Because they... And it's funny, because the one who holds their money, Veranik, is the most morally good of the group. Because you look at the others and it's like, honestly, he looks so nice as a soldier compared to the rest. Especially when you have a cleric that collects bodies and body parts. You have a blood hunter who may or may not be a bit insane. And then the amnesiac who has his own form of temper. It's honestly just like, they're all chaotic except for Veranik. And it's hilarious because it makes a really fun, like, dichotomy between them all. I kind of want to do this but it's also like risky. I think I'm gonna do this so it comes with camo because that's what I need the most. So if I go this way, I only need to fight 2. Ooh, Adora's Temple. Like, oh my gosh. Like, they've done some crazy ass stuff, but I'll never get over like some of the cool parts of it. I still think one of my favorite moments is when frickin' it's like Mara broke through the fear from the Fear Maiden and just absolutely blew her shoulder out, completely dislocating the Fear Maiden's shoulder. It's like, honestly, that made such a difference for a spellcaster because that took out like a huge like thing that they use because it meant that they couldn't do all the arm movements for some of their spells. So they were basically just, well, crap. So certain spells had like disadvantage. I mean, it was already a difficult boss for them, so seeing that happen was like really nice to see. I like when my group actually gets to do stuff like that. And it's nice that they get a break. I know that we need to go over like certain like future ideas because what I know that one of them really wants to run the next campaign when we finish this campaign inevitably. But she's still working on a lot of stuff for it. And I've warned her it's gonna be a lot of work because holy crap is it a lot of work to be a dungeon master. Because being a dungeon master, one of the things that is often really overlooked is the sheer amount of like stuff that really can just cloud your mind because you get overwhelmed, for example. Because like it's information overload if you aren't careful. Because you basically are the world, so you gotta be like, and being consistent is good, but inherently you're not gonna see it a lot. And we died. Shit. Because consistency is one of those things that's like really hard to do. When it comes to that stuff. Like staying consistent is just not usually an option. Because no matter what you do, you're always gonna make a mistake. It's the same thing with anything you do, honestly. Like, if you do it enough, you're gonna make a mistake, and that's okay. That's how I look at it, at least. It's okay if a mistake is made. Long as you can admit it and grow from it. That's how I look at it. Then again, I give a lot of people second chances that they don't deserve, so that also comes at a cost in that regard. I mean, I've come to like get better at it, that's for sure. But I will say that that is something that just even growing up now, like I can only imagine growing up in like this age now compared to when I grew up because it's so different. Like just in general, like so because I was talking with my sister and it's like, oh yeah, we in high school we were using Chromebooks and I'm just here like, oh wow, because by the time I was like way farther in, we had really like boxy computer labs that were just like not good at all. But that just kind of came with it as a whole. I mean, even now, like, I know computer labs probably still exist in a lot of schools, but I can't remember the last time I've actually, like, thought about it outside of that. Because usually it's not something you think about. Just because it's like, oh, cool. Anyways. Well, that's usually how I feel about it. I mean, I don't mind it, though. It's something I've definitely learned a lot about, like, tech-wise, is, like, how, like, the computer labs and Chromebooks work compared to now versus, like, what I grew up with. It's honestly insane how much can be done just with a Chromebook and stuff. Like, of course, they still buy books, and it's like, you're telling me you can get the stuff online, but you still have to buy the books? That's dumb. Like, especially when going through college, that's something I've noticed, is it's like, going back into college for stuff is just like a pain in the ass. Because I know very well how COVID affected everything. Oh my god, did it... What is this? One extra choice when picking a boost, artifact, or new monkey. Interesting. I've never seen that before. So there are new artifacts that I'm finding now. Oh, Lord, this map. Is this game just gonna keep giving me really awful maps? Because if so, rip. Because I am screwed at that point. I'm probably gonna put this guy here. And then do that. I do need to worry about, like, purple camos, but I do have the plane for that. So that's a plus. So actually, I could probably put it here. And just let that speed up. Get spy plane. That should help. I could do bomber ace, but I'm probably going to do centered path. Just because I feel like it's going to be more useful. Doesn't mean it will be, but it could. Never know. That Moab did not stand a chance. Jesus. This is honestly, like, really nice to have. Like, being able to have that extra choice is, like, so damn good. And there goes that Moab. Like, this... I've seen the, waves get really crazy on these guys before. Especially when you get, like, the Arctic Knight and whatnot. Because I've seen the... Because if the Pierce goes up enough, it will just get so insane with, like, how far it goes. It becomes an actually, like, terrifying, like, size of wave. Because I've seen it get to, like, the size of, like, a good quarter of the screen. And it's funny as hell when that happens. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's great. I mean, even now, you can see it's getting pretty big. It's the fact that it can get bigger if it has longer lifespan and more Pierce. Damn. It was only just a normal raptor, and it just shredded that poor Moab. Turned that Moab into sliced Moab. It always does that when I click too early. Okay. Let's see. Could be useful. Ninja. Always useful. No. Wait a minute. 20%. But all pure... No, I don't want to reduce my Pierce. No. Nope. I think I'm just going to go for this. And then we'll go up so we don't run into any more balloons on this pathway. And we'll still get this. And I'm going to sleep to get some more hearts. Because if we rest and get more hearts, that'll help. Let's see. Least cash. Okay. I can't use more than 10,000. I mean, it's not going to be the best, but it also shouldn't be the worst. So this will be... I'll do that. And then... I can't use any more, really. So I'm not going to. Let's just hope this can actually deal with it. And then I'll put Quincy back here as, like, a backup. We just gotta hope that that helps. And I can turn on auto start again. I'm just glad that I'm actually, like, getting better at this. Because I used to suck at this game back when it first came out. I mean, I've played Bloons games since the beginning, but I've never been like good at them. I've never cared enough to like become like a pro. I just play it for fun. But I've definitely gotten a lot better at the game over time. Like that's been a huge change that even I notice. Because I used to struggle on some of this stuff, like back then when it was still like BTB4, BTB3, like there were some really difficult like levels and whatnot. And the game has both gotten easier and harder. I know that sounds weird, but it's also because not only are there more strategies, but there's also more types of balloons to worry about. So while it has gotten easier in terms of understanding and like in general, the games have technically gotten a bit harder. They're more balanced, but I've also gotten a lot more knowledge over the time, over the period. It's the same reason, like if you like Pokemon, for example, why the games seem easier and easier. It's because you know more and more, and the games not only have they been getting easier, but it's because they're kids games. I mean, that it's kind of expected. Like I like Pokemon, but even I like know it's a kids game. But it's always nice to have that little bit of inner child. At least that's how I look at it. Okay, this isn't too bad of a map. Like I could probably, if I wanted, go through all of the maps and whatnot, and like beat them on chips. It wouldn't be the first time I've put myself to a goal like that, but it's like it's not an unreasonably like, oh my god, I could never do that type of goal. Like I think I've played this game enough that I reasonably feel like I could. Doesn't mean I'd be amazing, but and I definitely need like tutorials on like some of the like expert maps because I'm not an expert at this game. And I know the expert maps require like such precision that even I don't understand them. Like it's to an extent where it's taken people years to figure some of those out because of what it requires. And it's like, honestly, and with some of the like changes and whatnot, some of those strategies have changed that I remember. Because, for example, like a lot of things have gotten either less expensive or more expensive. Like the bouncing bullet is a lot cheaper than it used to be. Or the perma spike is a lot weaker than it used to be. And it's like, that's definitely something I have kept my eye on with it. Because it is important. And there goes the camo lead. That ninja does so good. If I get Balloon Jutsu on it, it will be perfect. I definitely want to upgrade it more. Primary quickening. I will say, if I do more like trophy events and whatnot, and like get more trophies, if I like go out of my way to do it, I think I might actually start buying some of the music tracks just so we can have the remix like random stuff appear whenever we're listening, like for just background when doing stuff like this. Because I definitely want to do a few things like that. Like I might even do some of them on stream. I think doing some of those on stream might be fun. Just depends. There we go. I will say, I finally gave in and watched Split Fiction because I was able to play it with a friend. I wasn't gonna play it on stream, even if I like wanted to. They didn't want to, so I'm like, okay, cool. It's a good game, but I decided to watch some people play it, and it's like, because I've already finished it, but it's like, I know some people are saying game of the year, and I'm just thinking to myself, in all reality, as good as the game is, the chance of it winning Game of the Year is like so low because a lot of people seem to forget that not only did Monster Hunter Wilds come out, which has been a anticipated game for a long time, we're also getting Subnautica 2, Little Nightmares 3, and this game is going to be, like, this year is going to be packed for games. So it's going to have some rough competition. And that's, like, the biggest reason I don't think it's going to be Game of the Year. And even then, it's March. Lord knows. I mean, we know Deltarune's next chapter is supposed to come out. I still have yet to play Deltarune. I definitely want to do it on stream before the next chapter. Like, I think that would be fun. I just need to worry about spoilers. But holy crap, is there a lot of games coming out this year. I'm really excited for them, though. I mean, yeah, the new GTA, I believe, yeah, it was confirmed to come out this year, which is going to be even stiffer competition. Because it's like, this has been a long-awaited game, and it either is going to flop horribly or do so amazing that it's not gonna fail. Like, there's not really an in-between with how long it's been since it was first, like, announced. So it's kind of like, Lord knows what's gonna happen with that. Alls I know for sure is Split Fiction, as much as it was a good game, it had its flaws. I will say that. But it's not going to win Game of the Year. Like, realistically speaking. While I definitely think it could win, like, I think it could win some awards, personally. I think it is worth winning some awards. But because of how stacked this year is, it's not going to happen. It might win some awards, but it's not going to win overall. I mean, we have GTA 6, Subnautica 2, Little Nightmares, the newest Monster Hunter. I mean, I know other Nintendo games have been put there, but we have all sorts of other games coming out on the Switch and with the Switch 2. So we might be seeing a lot more crazy games. We don't really know too much. Like, there's gonna be so much this year in terms of games that, as much as I wish it stood a chance, it just doesn't. Like, it's a beautiful game with a lot of good messages built into the story. Like, it definitely has one main message that's very obvious to anyone who is, like, literate to that stuff and understands it, but yeah. You also got the new Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna be honest, I've never played an Assassin's Creed game. Never. I mean, it definitely could be milking the franchise. I haven't paid enough attention to care. Because I just never found it interesting. I mean, even then, it's kind of like, looking at it now, honestly, I don't think I'd ever play an Assassin's Creed game. It just never interested me. It's the same reason I haven't played some games in general. They just don't interest me, or like they never piqued my fancy or interest. Like, I've never played Skyrim. I've watched people play it, but I've never played Skyrim. Games after it went downhill, in your opinion? I mean, I can think of a lot of series that have stuff like that. A lot of them. I personally think Pokemon should have stayed in 2D. It did so much better in 2D, and I feel like Black and White was, like, a really good point, but then they just switched to 3D, and it kind of went to shit all of a sudden, and Scarlet and Violet finally started fixing that. I will say, from the early access stuff from, like, ZA that we saw from the trailer, it definitely looks a lot more stylized, which is good. I'd rather it be stylized than realistic. I don't like realistic games being a standard because it really stifles creativity in gaming. Like, some of my favorite games are stylized. Like, literally, we're playing one. DSI, you don't really know about the new game. The new games are all right. Like, they've definitely made some steps in the right direction and the wrong direction. The last one had a lot of has a lot of had and has a lot of lag issues, as well as just performance issues in general since launch that just either weren't fixed or were fixed and something else went wrong. Um, but they fixed a lot of how the Pokemon look. Like, Blastoise now shoots water out of its cannons instead of its forehead. Like, it actually uses its cannons. And, like, for example, I can pull up a picture. Charizard. And see the sun. So, you can kind of see it with this. So model the old model. I'm trying to find the exact. So you can see this so well with this image. Perfect. Then I'm going to put it here. So we're gonna use the Charizard thing as an example here. Oh, that is huge. Vroom. Vroom. Like, a lot of the 3D stuff really, like, ruined design aspects. Like, but Scarlet and Violet made a huge change. So the one on the left is Sword and Shield, and the right is Scarlet and Violet. You can see, like, the texture difference, but also it looks a lot more stylized, and, like, it looks like a creature that, like, has its own mood and, like, feelings. And I think that's a really good thing. Like, it's made a lot of changes. Personally, I think that's for the better. And of course, there's been some negatives, but... And hell, they've gone great. Like, they actually are more comfortable with talking about death in a story since Scarlet and Violet. Like, they just outright said, oh yeah, the professor's fucking dead. Like, they don't... Like, they just outright were like, yeah, they're dead. Which, like, holy crap. But it's good to see them, like, actually doing more in that regard. I will say Black and White was, like, one of the best stories, in my opinion. It has its flaws. Scarlet and Violet and Sun and Moon, like the original Sun and Moon, definitely have good stories, though. Like, I think of the stories from Pokemon, those three are my top favorite. Sun and Moon, Scarlet and Violet, and Black and White. I think they're really good stories. And of course, there's other stuff too in that whole position that are a bit weirder, but ooh. All of these look good. This is all for the first 20 seconds of each round, all monkeys will attack slower. I think this is gonna be worth it. Hopefully. After beating a reward tile. I mean, honestly, that could be useful. This could be good. The Gatling, but I don't know. It's a difficult choice. Yeah, like first 20 seconds, 15% faster. So that's gonna like combat that quite a bit. So that's gonna help. I will say, I've played Pokemon for a long ass time, but it's made some good and bad decisions. And the fact that they actually took more time for Legends ZA is a good sign. Even if it, because instead of releasing it with the Switch 2, they're still waiting until the Christmas season. Meaning, it's more than just the Switch 2 why they waited. Which is good. Palworld actually woke them up for once. And it's something that has been needed for a while, let's be honest here. I love Pokemon, but I will admit, has a lot of faults. Oh boy. Let's absolutely destroy this boss. We're gonna do so much. I'm gonna move this guy here. That should help a lot. There we go. Set that close. As soon as this gets within range, it's gonna do a lot. Because that's gonna weaken it as well. Oh. Oh, baby. Because that's gonna weaken because of the, Wait, what? Oh, shit. That's interesting. I didn't even notice that. All hit balloons become brittle, taking extra damage while frozen, and losing lead immunity for a short time. So that means even DDTs lose their lead immunity for a period. Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that. It's actually really sick. Sometimes you just get surprised. I am going to grab another one of these. Military precision rare, because all things that count. I will say it's nice being able to only have to worry about going after the best one of those without like all towers. It definitely makes it a lot easier. And I want another plane. Oh. I'm gonna go for some speed. There we go. And then whoomp. I think I'm gonna have it go the opposite way and set it to bombs. Military quickening. Bomber ace. I think that's gonna do more. Oh my gosh, this is great. The Raptor is doing a lot of damage. Oh, baby. What has the most damage here? Ooh. So it's actually the bomb shooter, but the Raptor is close behind. Also because the bomb shooter is able to hit multiple times from the looks of it, so that definitely helps. I will say, sometimes I do lose my cursor on the screen, and I'm like, wait, where'd it go? Like, I have that moment repeatedly, and it's like, oops. And there goes Red. I just called it Red Balloon instead of Blast Populous. Oh my lord, I'm a mess. Do you ever... Why do you never use the Piranha? Is it pretty... It's pretty good against Moabs, do you think? Oh, it's definitely good against Moabs. But my biggest gripe with it... I'm grabbing the Sniper. Holy crap. My biggest gripe with it comes from the fact of it's not exactly the best in this, at least. Like, it has a lot of big flaws, and a lot of that comes from the fact of, one, we started out with the Velociraptor, and we'd need to start from like stage 0, which is a pretty big cost. But also, it just isn't the best, usually. Like, especially in this, when you're getting loads of normal balloons as well, because of it dragging down, you lose out on a lot, and that stacks up a lot. Actually, it stacks up a lot. Oh my, this could be so we can turn anything to legendary. So this, we get 2 extra choices, 50% more range. I'm gonna enhance this to legendary just because it's gonna be good. Valid. Yeah, and I know it's different for everyone. Like, that's just more of my personal thing. Okay, so we're getting here. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. Because after you get past stage 1 and 2, you want to go for the least resistance, usually. Because it is more dangerous to not in this. And because of how many balloons already come out, it's risky. I will say, at least we do get a sniper that we can use now. Because that sniper is going to help a lot. Oh my god, the ninja. Just... Bro just went... I'm basically going to try to get to this boss, if possible, before I have to end stream. I'm basically going to milk my timesheet for everything it's worth to get a normal stream time as best as I can. My timesheet won't be happy, but if I have to get up during session as the DM here and there, at least I know it's like something that shouldn't be too bad. Like, oh no. Because this is probably the best session for that, since it's going to be a lot more chill of a session. Quincy just boom. The fact that every tower has a 1 in 10 chance to just crit because of the frickin' 1 support thing is so nice. Also, I love the dang remixes of these, like, in general. There's so many good remixes in this game. I've heard, like, I actually do have them on my playlist. Like, so I've had this happen before, actually, where here I am doing work, whatnot, and usually I have a podcast or music because I need something to listen to while working. So one moment it's just like this really crazy song, like, or like one of my favorites though, and this is the full experience. It ends. The song is like full on like death metal, whatnot. It ends. It's calm, and then you just hear da 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 da. It's just like it goes from this like really hard death metal to just like this really happy-go-lucky song, and it's just like it was like getting punched in the face musically. by just a completely different genre in such a way. It's hilarious. Because it happens a lot. Because my playlist has a lot of shit in it. I mean, one second it's the Andrews Sisters, the next second it's literally just complete, like, utter nonsense. And it really just depends.
Get ready to feast.
Because for me, it's like, I listen to a lot, but I rarely care about the type of music I listen to overall. Like, I usually end up listening to such a variety, it never really comes into play. But there's two types of music I just do not listen to a lot of, and that's country and rap. It just, a lot of the songs I just don't like. There's exceptions, of course, but it's just one of those things. Like, a good chunk of my playlist is like video game music, let's be honest here. I mean, it's either video game music or like 80s and 90s rock. Because, like, there's such good bands from that period. So many. I mean, even then, like, there's just a lot of good bands in that period of time. Haven't just touched music. Carnival songs are loud. The beauty of the ironic stuff. Ads should be going, so I'm gonna do Magic Quicken because I'd rather have attacks here. Go, Raptor. Rip them apart. Yarr. Oh my lord. That ninja is going crazy. I definitely have a group that is perfect for this. And being able to just summon the sniper whenever I so choose is going to be so nice, because that also will provide money. I mean, free money from a sniper? Hell yeah. And it's the Elite Defender. And not Elite Defender, Elite Sniper. Which, honestly, they have such a similar name. But not only getting the elite targeting priority, but just shredding through balloons is going to be nice. It's going to be great for phase. That's like my biggest worry, is the phase boss. It's always the most annoying to deal with. And there goes the BFB. Nom 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 nom. Oh my god! Huh. Rick. Free. I'm gonna try and get a really good thing here. Good. We need to speed through this first bit. Just a little bit. And then I'll keep an eye out for ads. Oh my god. There we go. Perfect. Ads should be finishing soon anyway. Thankfully. And there you go. Holy crap. Just need to be very careful. I'm just happy we're shredding through this stuff. But ads should be done about now. I know, but yeah, like, carnival music right after a sad song is so common sometimes. Oh my gosh. I mean, my playlist has so much on it at this point that it's honestly like not okay, and I probably should go through it again to like clear out songs. Like one moment you have calm Stardew, the next is full on motionless and white like death metal from like a completely different source, etc., etc. Like it's so common at this point for me that I'm just used to it. Okay. Okay. And we lost. Dang. Anyways, we're gonna go this way. It's a shame that we couldn't get that. We were literally on the last one. Either way. And I'll put Quincy here. I'll put this here. And I need Ninja. And then I'm gonna go Sharp, Double Shot, Caltrips. And I will get this here. Merge. It like I do like a lot of the music I listen to. There's some songs I need to get out of my playlist that I just haven't done yet though. I mean, I have music from like so many sources now. Because I have Pantera, I have Smashing Pumpkins, Blood Incantations, Motionless in White, Skillet, AJR is in there, Andrew Sisters, and many, many more. Like, I just have a lot. Because, like, I just listen to a lot. I mean, at least it means I don't have any shortage in terms of music stuff. It's why I actually made one of the point redeems just sing a random thing that comes to my head. Usually a song, but sometimes it will just be whatever's on my mind singing if it happens. Like, that's why I purposely did it like that, because it's like one moment it could just be me singing about like a random like fish fillet or something, and the next could be me singing like a Disney song or frickin' something from Ragtime, which honestly has great music. Like, because I really do like singing. It's just musicals and stuff I like as well, but I can't really put in the time for that stuff. Like, I'm very strict with my time schedule usually. But it like the whole reason I started streaming was because my therapist was like, you need to find something else. And yeah, this is what ended up happening. And now here I am, like over a year later, still like wondering how the hell I managed to make affiliate within that year. But it's also like it's honestly a good time to just chill. Like because I've dealt with streamers, like I watch streamers and whatnot, podcasts, and I prefer a lot more chill streamers usually, because I have been in streams where it's like, oh my god, I cannot pay attention, like this is overload. Like I've dealt with so many of those types of streams before that I'm just like, I honestly just prefer to be chill. It's more fun. And I know very well my throat and voice would not like if I was that crazy of a person. It would hate me for the rest of my life. It already does dislike me. So it's not like it would be changing too much, but it's still like I just don't want to do it. I honestly prefer what I'm doing now. Like, yeah, things will change over time. People change, but I really do enjoy doing like the chill streaming because you get to do a lot more like vibe type streams where there's not a lot of worries and you just get to relax. And I feel like that's an important part of it for me is the relaxation, but also like part of just being able to chat with random people. Yeah, but it's fun for me. I enjoy it. There's a lot of stuff like that, honestly, though, with streaming. Because, like, one of the things you always have to keep an eye out for on the internet is trolls. So it's like, you get used to that stuff to such an extent that when while it doesn't usually happen, when it does, you usually just stop doing it. Have to leave? Well, I hope you have a nice evening, too. Hope to see you again sometime. I'm gonna be ending soon anyway, since we're getting close to the boss. But have a wonderful Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow with Terraria. I know that. Excited for that. Okay. This BFB is going to be a little bit of a pain. Or not. I always forget. We deal a lot of damage. Honestly, I'm glad that the Beast Handler is doing this well. Because, like, the Beast Handler is just one of those towers that you don't expect to do well, but when it does, it's like, oh, neat. It's why I enjoy it so much. It's nice to actually have a tower that does good. But yeah, I know, oh my gosh. Like, I have all sorts of crap around, like, that I need to, like, mess with on my desk. Like, I still need to fix my damn pocket watch. I just haven't done it. I need a gear and like to fix it that I just can't find. And I just gave up looking after a point, and I should look for it. Because I know it's somewhere. And I'm like just making excuses to myself by not doing it. I mean, it's literally right here. Like, I really do like this pocket watch, but it just needs the fix. I also really thought about getting a train horn just so I can do, like, a bit of, like, all aboard type bit, because it's a pocket watch with a train. I know, very creative of me. But, like, I just like the idea of it. Doesn't mean I'll do it, but still. No. No. I don't know. You know, I'll do this. Fine. I got an idea for it. Okay. This one shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. As long as we're careful. Boom. And then I can put this guy here. I'll put him here, and that should do quite a lot. And then I can put the ninja, like, here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, this thing is just gonna shred through stuff. It is nice that the ninja's so damn good. I'd rather the ninja be good than bad in this case. That's it for sure. Just boost up my Velociraptor. Which isn't even accurate for the size of a Velociraptor. It's more accurate to, like, Deinonychus or Utah Raptor size. In all honesty. But then again, not much I can do. Maybe in this world... I mean, it is a different universe. So, you know what? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm feeling like it. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. There we go. Destroying enemies like they're nothing. I mean, at least we're doing a lot. And I probably am going to want another one of these here. And then I'll go for Caltrops, because the Caltrops do help a bit. They're not perfect, but they help enough to be worth it to me. I love that you can just stun them temporarily with that. And then boom. Just need a little bit more money in game. Boom. And Raptor. Yeah, this Raptor is going to shred through these balloons as if they are butter. I will say the Raptor is a lot better than I thought it would be. Like, it's definitely one of those that you don't expect to be as good as it is. But when it is, it's like, oh. Oh my. So it definitely helps. Anyways, just shred this. And I can turn autoplay back on, auto start back on, since this is the last one before the boss. Quickening. Why not? And there go the balloons. Getting shredded as always. I will say, it is so damn satisfying. Like, if there's one thing that they've gotten really good at, it's the sound design for the popping of balloons. Because these balloons are just so satisfying to pop. The sound and everything is just, like, amazing. Oh, baby. Bomb shooters. Attack speed and projectile speed is halved. But it is still good. Bonus damage to ceramics. Dang it. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this then. Or do I have this in mind? No, I do not. But it's 12, and I'd really rather not. For this bomb shooter, I'm just not gonna take it. I don't think it's worth it in this case. I mean, I could also just replace this beast handler, let's be honest. It's not what I've been using, so. Area effective explosion. Ooh, this is good. Dart based, but we don't really have any. Glued balloons. This one's pretty good. But I think I'm just gonna do the boss. Oh, Lord. Why this map? Thank God the beast handler is good on this map.
This is my territory.
If I put this here... and then just have it set to elite. I want this. Merge. Do that. This should hopefully help quite a bit. Oh, lordy. Yeah, I definitely want to put this guy near the back. Just for the extra damage. Okay. Riptide Champion, that's what I need. There we go, now we're getting the waves. Just gonna take this. Okay, so I'm gonna need another raptor. Can I put... No, I cannot. I'm also gonna put this close here so it does more damage. So I'm gonna want to merge into that raptor. That should hopefully deal a lot more. And then I can do this here. Start getting that guy out. So this should help. Damage. Definitely worth it. Boom, boom. And I will also get Caltras because it's just useful. Okay. No. No. Well, don't really got much of a choice on that one. Okay. And then I'm definitely gonna want to get another raptor. I think it'll be worth it. Yes, I want the primary rare. 100%. It's gonna be way more worth it. And I will go for just normal inspiration. Merge. And I want this raptor to be back here mainly as like a last line defense. I think it's gonna do better by doing it like that. I'm just gonna do that. We are doing great though. There we go. And it's basically screwed already. So it doesn't really matter. Like, it's dead. I mean, hell yeah. We're shredding, which is great. But of course, as I said earlier, big fetch. But also, this is where we will be ending the stream today because I need to get other stuff done before. And I'd like to actually be able to spend more time with my friends and not have to cook as long while they're here. Oh, these are both good. But this is better. Let's do that one. But for those of you who are not already a part of it or don't already know, let's just check. We'll spawn here. Vortex and Phase will be the last one. Great. But for those of you who don't already know, !Dislab, where we have the Discord, where you can meet all sorts of wonderful people. You might make some new friends. Who's to say? You never know. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. CST. Sometimes I go a bit early, sometimes I go a bit late. It just depends on the situation. If I am sick in any way, or I have to cancel or move stream back, I always announce it on the Discord as well. But for the days I do not stream, !YouTube, where we have our VOD channel. We have BTD up there, Forager, Call to the Lamb, and much more you might enjoy. Other than that, I hope you have wonderful days. I will see you guys tomorrow for our Terraria Bestiary challenge, and I hope you all have wonderful days.